Hey Fred, we're here for some new videos and we have a couple of topics today. So the first topic is the cancer-sugar connection. We put a lot of articles beneath it. We've done some research on this. Obviously I want to get your opinion from your healthy journey, but some of the articles spoke about how sugar is related, at least in their study, to incidental and fatal cancers. You will see on underneath your statement under the video, you'll see all the incidental cancers and all the fatal cancers that it's associated with for men and women. And they roughly pointed this to a person's sugar intake, more so on the processed sugar side as opposed to the fruit side. There's always just a general controversy in general about also how does insulin work in relationship to exercise. So all these physiological and chemical responses, I'd love you to just comment on, please, and if there's anything that I can throw in there while you're talking, I will, but go right ahead, please.
Well, you know, this has been a controversy for quite a while amongst the nutritional community, especially amongst the raw food community. But my observation over the last 35, 40 years has certainly been a little bit different. I've seen many people that recovered from serious issues, including cancer, and they were eating some of the low glycemic fruit. We have to remember that some of the most powerful antioxidants are in berries and in low glycemic fruit. What I like to do is hold up an example. You take two people that, you know, eating different diets, and some people eating fruit. I'm not talking about processed sugars now. Forget about processed sugars. All the processed foods, as far as I'm concerned, they're the real culprit here. Simple sugars, you know, like sucrose and regular sugar that people are using today in their everyday life, that's out. That's definitely a factor in all kinds of degenerative disease, not only in cancer, as far as I'm concerned in my experience. I'm talking about the sugars that are along with all the companion nutrients in real food. Some of the people that I've seen make some of the best recoveries were eating fruit, a real sensible amount, along with balancing the rest of their diet. If you take two people, they both have a blood sugar of 80, and their diets are different. One person is eating fruit, and the other person is not eating fruit, and their blood sugar is 80, and they're not diabetics. 2 hours after they eat that food, their blood sugar should be under 140. So what they're eating is academic. If their blood sugar is 80, 2 hours after they eat, it's under 140. I can't see any problem with people eating low glycemic fruit no matter what their problems are. They have to take a look according to how much it's going to affect their detox. That's a problem because fruit is a very easy food to digest, so it will enable you to release more endogenous toxins. But you can also change the glycemic index when you eat fruit along with lettuce and celery, and even some of the lightly sugary fruit like tomatoes and peppers. They are compatible and you can eat them in some cases. But if somebody's a diabetic, some of these studies were done with diabetics. That's a whole different story. Because when you're not secreting insulin, cancer cells have insulin receptors, and they have more IGF-1 and 2, which are insulin-like growth hormones. That's a whole different story. If somebody like that is a diabetic, and they're not being properly medicated, or they don't know they have blood sugar problems, then the cancer cells will probably be the first to get the sugars. IGF-1 and IGF-2. IGF-1 enables a cell to divide, and IGF-2 enables a cell to multiply. So you don't want to be doing anything that can enable a cancer cell to divide and multiply more rapidly. But I'm talking about people that don't have diabetes. My personal belief, and I think these studies in the end bear this out, they couldn't find no significant difference that was scientifically confirmed with studies that showed a healthy person eating a moderate amount of fruit will have any kind of a negative influence on them, and it will not provoke the development of cancer. So we have to take a look at the situation. And there are many studies out there to confirm one thing and to refute it. There are other studies to refute it. So there is no real hard scientific studies that confirm that if you're a healthy person, that you're eating fruit that it's going to have anything to do with you developing cancer. And as I said before, I've seen plenty of people that came to see me and they were eating fruit, and I've seen where it didn't have any kind of a negative influence. I can't see anything with a person that wants to eat some fruit properly supervised by somebody that is looking at this with an open mind, not in a dogmatic manner where it would be a problem.